Pots and planters. For a lot of people, they're becoming the most expensive part of owning a plant. I'm going to show you how to find affordable quality pots and planters by going thrifting. You'll see that with just one simple tool, just about any thrift store find can be turned into a great home for plants. Then I'm going to plant my thrifted finds with succulents from my collection. I'm going to a few of my favorite thrifting spots where I usually find some pretty good planters. Right off the bat, I found this really interesting bowl. The color was super cool, and I think plants are going to look great in it. This green planter caught my eye. I like the patina. It's a taller planter, which I don't always find taller, thinner planters, and it's probably more expensive than the ones I'll find, but it's too good to pass up. I bought this hat because it's going to save me money, and you'll see why coming up. A lot of fake succulent planters are starting to pop up when I go thrifting, and I can't stand them. If you're lucky, some thrift stores actually have a plant-related section like this one. Succulents really pop and stand out inside colorful containers. Something important to look out for are chips on the pots. You might really like a pot like I liked this one, but I noticed it had some small chips. That might not be a deal breaker for you, but for me, I decided to move on. I couldn't help but check out this fish. It looks like it's for creamer or sugar or something like that, but I think I have an idea for the perfect plant to go inside of it. One of my favorite things to plant in are little heads because you can put succulents inside of them to make it look like hair, but this one was a little bit out of my price range, so we'll see if the price drops next time I come in. Always stop by the coffee mug section. They're always very cheap, and you can find some interesting ones to plant. This favorite teacher coffee mug caught my eye. I'm going to put a plant in it, and I'm pretty sure someone will like to buy it for their favorite teacher. From the other side of the store, I spotted this vintage pink telephone. I've planted a telephone before, but this one was out of my price range. This was a lucky find, a Plant Mom coffee mug. A plant inside of this is going to look great, and a plant mom is going to be very happy to own it. This little pot had a very interesting texture and color to it. I could not pass it up. Remember that hat? Well, at some thrift stores, they have some interesting sales. Like at this one, it's 25% off if you wear a hat. There were a lot of planters at this store. This purple pot stood out to me because I don't find a lot of purple pots very often. It had been used as a plant pot before, so you know I was getting that. Found this aesthetically pleasing baby blue pot, which I know succulents will look good in. I'm always looking for rustic things to plant in, and this red metal pot fits the bill. I am so bummed. I got home and this pot fell out of my car while I was unloading. So make sure that you play it safe, keep these things stowed away nicely because now it's useless. All right, I got all of my thrifted planters out here and I'm almost ready to plant. I took a little soapy water, took the price tags off them, cleaned them up on the outside to make sure they're ready to go. The last thing I need to do, and it's very important, is put drainage holes in the bottom. This is so crucial for creating a planter that is going to be a good home for the plants that you're putting in them. Now, I'm going to use a drill, as you might expect, but I'm not going to use your standard drill bits like these. These are kind of drill bits that you would usually see. I'm using a special glass and tile drill bit. Now this bit is different, and you can notice by the little tip on it. This is good to go through glass, ceramic, tile without breaking it. If you try to use drill bits like these to make drainage holes in your new thrifted planters, there's a really good chance you're gonna break it right away, and that would not be good. With this ceramic tile bit, you can turn just about any thrift store planter find into an awesome usable planter. It'll go through ceramics like these. It'll go through terracotta, which is on the inside of this one. It's really great, and I'll throw a link down below in the description in case you're looking to find them online. I'm going to show you how I drill my drainage holes without breaking the pots, because even though you have this bit, you still want to take your time and be careful. Usually I just use regular water, but I have this handy. And I'm just gonna kind of put that on the surface because this bit's gonna get real hot depending on how dense the material it is going through. We'll see how this one is right here. I'm just gonna slowly drill. You can see it's hot. And then I'll dip it into my water cool down mixture, I'll call it. I see my hole, it's very close. So I'm gonna start to slow it down a little bit because I don't want to break it. There we go, oh, perfect. A nice hole. So check this one out, way faster. And we're done, just like that. Whether it takes a long time to drill your hole or not that long, just be careful. And I like to set the pots upside down on a soft surface, which is why I'm here on the grass right now. I don't want to do it on the table because I'm trying to limit vibrations, and I also don't want to scratch up the top of the pot. I drilled all the holes in the other planters except for this one because it's metal. And I could for sure use this tile bit to go through that, but I'm gonna just use a metal bit that I have already, just so I can save the tile bit. Easy money. I went ahead and grabbed some trays of succulents from my collection and some individual plants. When I'm planting multiple planters, I like to have all of my options in front of me so that I can see as I go what I like, what I don't like, if I need to swap something out. And then here I have my succulent soil mix. It's well draining, cocoa core, organic material, perlite, and this works really well for me. I'm going to plant and talk a little bit about my strategy as I go. I'm gonna start with this one. This is a crassula, a miniature pine tree it's called. There we go. And as you watch, you see something, you have some thoughts, some feedback, please feel free to leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it. I'm gonna put this echeveria in there. I'm gonna sink it down a little bit. I wanna sink it down so it's in there real good. I think I'm going with 4 on this one. I'm gonna throw in this sedum here. I'm just gonna go with another one of these. The beauty of planting succulents, especially ones that are fairly young like this, is that they are going to grow in and it's not gonna take a whole lot of time. Good, I like that. I've got green, I've got some yellow, some orange, I've got some pink purple, if you will. This is gonna grow tall, this is gonna stay relatively flat, the echeveria, and these sedums are gonna start to flow out of here. It's plant mom planter time. Now for this one, I am gonna go with something that's probably gonna do well indoors. Whenever I buy little coffee mugs like this one, or the favorite teacher, they typically are likely to end up in an indoor setting. And selecting a succulent for an indoor setting takes a little bit of care. Sometimes I'll go side by side with that. Ooh, that looks pretty good, I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out this jade minima here. The beauty about jade plants is they grow very well in many different lighting situations. Whichever plant mom gets this planter at some point, they'll be able to put it outside or inside where it gets enough light to survive, because jade plants do great outside and they do really well inside. To give it a little spice, a little coral jade in the plant mom pot. Put a little extra soil there. I'll come around to the front and see. Yeah, I like that. I like that. The 2 different types of jades, that's gonna look pretty cool. So next up, this purple planter pot. I don't get a lot of purple pots, so this one's gonna be fun to plant. I'm gonna go with this one. It's exploding out, this echeveria. It is ready to be transplanted. It's popping out of there. So we're gonna go with that guy. I'm gonna have them kind of offset there. They're gonna be this, which is a sedum variety. It's nice and red. Really cool looking there. And if you pop a leaf off like this, I save them because those are gonna become new plants. And I'll show you an example of some leaves that I'm propagating right now. I think I'm second guessing things here, which happens. That's why I bring all of these plants over here. It's part of the process. Sometimes you plant something and you're like, I don't know about that, but that's also part of the fun, which is the coolest thing. Now I'm gonna go with this African bush right here. Yeah, that's gonna fill in so good. I'm really compacting plants into this one, so I'll give it and then a little blow off. I had to back the camera out for this one because it is so tall. I saw this planter and I immediately thought of two things. One, height coming out of it, which this Jade Minima is going to do. And two, since it's so tall, look really good with something coming down over the sides. I grabbed this string of rubies or ruby necklace, however you like to pronounce it, because I knew this is what I was going to do to have it hang over like that. So I'm gonna break it down a little bit. Whenever I'm doing a taller planter like this, I like to have 3 levels. I like to have the high level, the ground level, if you will, and then something hanging over or crawling down lower. So now I find something for here that I'm going to be excited about. I've decided to go with 2 Echeverias, and that blue is gonna look really good with that green right there. And then this one, this is a Pearl von Nürnberg, and I'm gonna put those 2 right there. Okay, I think that looks really good. Probably my favorite so far. This was my first find of the day, and I really like this pot. And I think it's cool because it's got 4 little zones. It's gonna go there. I want a tall one coming out of here. And I'm gonna throw him in like the back corner back here. Again, I see this as kind of like a 4-corner plant here. I don't know if that looks good. Let's see. This one's harder than I thought. That doesn't even make any sense though. Really can't make up my mind on this one, so I'm going to just fill it with a bunch of plants. I'm having to dig into plants I didn't really want to use, but I don't know what to do. Put that guy like there. When I water in, we'll see how that looks. This one is a bit perplexing to me, more than I thought it would be. This favorite teacher mug should go a little quicker because I already have an idea of what I want to do with it. I have this skull that I planted a while ago. Bust these things out. These zebra plants, they're bulletproof. I'm not worried about hurting it too bad. Look at that. These guys were growing down into it. Okay, good. There we go. I wanted to, 1, break these up anyways, but 2, I think that this is gonna go good in here. Let's see how 3 look. Does 3 fill that up pretty good? Yeah, 3 fills that up great. Again, you wanna make sure that you jam soil in there and get it in. Favorite teacher, Ayo. Time for my rustic red can, and for that, I'm gonna put in this big old aeonium. The reason I'm putting this aeonium into this red metal bucket can is because since this is metal, I don't want to keep it in the sun. Aeoniums do much better when they're not in hot direct sun. I'm gonna put it in there pretty deep. Let's see, is it kind of, the aeoniums are kind of facing that way. So in this one, I'm going a little different here. I got this fuzzy succulent, no idea on the name. This one's actually got multiple heads already. It's ready to go somewhere, so I'm gonna plant it. And then for some icing on the cake, I'm going with this guy. Yeah. Oh, he's pumped. There you go. Look at that. Oh, that's great. That is good. Fill this in. I'll spray it off in a little bit. That's gonna look pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Last but not least, we have my favorite, the fish. Put a little down in there. I already know what I'm putting in here, and it's kind of fish related. I grabbed plenty of these coral jade cuttings that I have because I thought that they're very on point with the aquatic theme of the fish. This is such a cool succulent because it looks like real coral. Oh, it's so awesome. Sometimes I'll see that it's got a little too much in the bottom. Yes. Yes. I love doing little like heads like this because it almost looks like he has hair growing. It's time to check out the finished planters. It's been a handful of days. I just watered them yesterday and they're looking really good. I like the aeonium a lot here in this metal rustic pot. Again, if you're going to plant in metal, make sure it doesn't get a lot of sun, and this aeonium, it's not a big fan of a lot of sun in the summer anyways. The one I'm most questioning is this purple one, but I always feel that way until it's been a month or 2 and it grows out and just looks great. This one, the one that I was having a little bit of a mind block on, it turned out really good. I like it. I think it's important sometimes to have a high plant in there to complement the guys that grow low, and then these will start to grow outwards. I didn't show planting this one, but I like it. Turned out pretty good. Plant Mom. I'm excited about this one. Not only does it look good, but I think I'll be able to sell it. I'm opening my own boutique plant nursery beverage garden, and I'll be selling fun little stuff like this. Favorite teacher, you know someone wants to buy that for their favorite teacher. And then I got the two blues here. They both have this mini pine tree crassula. I didn't realize that I planted the same plant with the same colored pots, but that's okay. Those are gonna grow in. They look really nice. And the colorful plants complement the blue. All right, he was my favorite for a while. Fishy, fishy, fishy. I haven't named him. If you have any names, go ahead and suggest it in the comments. I would appreciate it. I think the coral jades coming out of him look really good, and I'm really excited about him. He's definitely staying in the personal collection. Last but not least, my favorite. I've got this planter with 3 levels. Up high with this jade minima, some echeveria down in there, and then the string of rubies, or ruby necklace as some might call it, in this awesome green pot. I just love the patina of it, the color. It's absolutely wonderful. It's probably gonna stay in the personal collection. We'll see. Someone's really gonna like that. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you learned some things. And now you know how to get some cheap, affordable planters from the thrift store. And I hope you have a lot of fun doing it. Have a great rest of your week.